Welcome to Mythbusters!
Hey Rennie, what's today's myth?
Today, we're going to try to figure out why balloons filled with different type of gases react the way they do to our different tests.
We're going to fill 3 balloons with 3 different type of gas. The first one is going to be air, the second one CO2, and the third one is going to be helium.
We didn't find any helium, so we'll have to do our test with only air and CO2. So let's go with our first test.
For the first test, we're gonna kick each ball with the same strength and see how far they can go.
To make sure that we hit the balloons with the same even force each time, we built a machine that would kick them for us. Kicking tests with the balloon filled with air. Kicking tests with the balloon filled with CO2. In our first test, we saw that the balloon filled with CO2 went farther than the balloon filled with air. Now, let's see if they react differently to our second test.
Second of all, for the second test, we are going to see how each balloon bounces.
Bouncing test with the balloon filled with air. Bouncing test with the balloon filled with CO2. In our second test, we have seen that both balloons reacted the same way. They bounced for the same amount of time, and when we dropped them at 1 meter from the ground, they bounced at 80 centimeters. Now let's go with a third and final test.
For the third test, we're going to put the balloons in water and see how they react.
The temperature can affect how the balloons react. So, to make sure that we have the best results, we are going to make 2 tests, one with cold water and one with hot water. Balloon filled with air and cold water. Balloon filled with CO2 and cold water. Balloon filled with air and hot water. Balloon filled with CO2 in hot water. Since our last test didn't give us very conclusive details on how the balloon would react differently, we say that this one is plausible. Plausible.